So this is Fancy Nancy, Explorer Extraordinaire by Jane O'Connor and Robin Price Glasser. Bree and I are the founding members of our club. That means we started it. So far, we are the only members. Freddie and my sister really want to join. We say maybe. First, they have to prove they are mature enough. Mature is fancy for acting grown up. What does an explorer extraordinaire need? Long sleeve shirt and pants so ticks can't get on you. Notebook and pen for writing field notes. Baseball cap or sun hat. And these are the things that are not essential. A camera is not essential. Binoculars are not essential. Magnifying glasses aren't essential. Lace gloves are not essential. Glamorous sunglasses are not essential. And it says, just because you are exploring doesn't mean you can't be fancy. One page. And this page. I almost forgot the most important thing. Every club needs a clubhouse. It's absolutely essential. Here is a map of our territory. That's fancy for the places where we go. We only go exploring in our backyards and Miss Divine's yard. Nobody in the club thinks bugs are gross. That's just immature, which is fancy for babyish. First, we look for insects. Insect is the real word for bug. All insects have wings, antennae, and 6 legs. We see an anthill, so we sprinkle some sugar. Voila, here comes the ants. Ants love sweet things. Me too. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. What do you call a 100-year-old ant? An antique. Ants live underground in a group called a colony. Freddie wants to help the ants get back home, but that's against club rules. My sister scribbled here. She thinks it's real writing. The head ant is the queen, but she does not have a crown or anything fancy. She just lays all the eggs. We see lots of flies by the garbage cans. They zoom around so fast. Bree couldn't get a picture. Flies can walk on ceilings because of sticky pads and tiny claws on their feet. I observe that's a fancy word for watch. A ladybug on a leaf of a tomato plant. This ladybug has 1 black spot on each wing. Once I saw a ladybug with black wings and red spots. Mom says it's good luck if a ladybug lands on you, but club members do not think that is scientifically accurate. Ladybugs eat insects that are bad for plants. Ladybugs I have seen. My sister is pointing at something. It is a spider. In the web, there is a dead bug. My sister says yuck. But we explain that this is just a part of nature. Spiders eat insects that are pests, like flies. You probably think spiders are insects, but guess what? They're not. They have 8 legs, not 6, and no wings or antennae. Exploring in the wild makes us very thirsty and hungry, so we need to stop and have refreshments. That's fancy for snacks. We do love some research now. That means we read about what we've seen. Bree's book said we saw an orb spider. Here's the photo Bree took of it. Crying is not allowed, unless there is a very good reason. My sister and Freddie fight over the last cookie. We tell them if they want to go with us to Miss Divine's garden, they better stop. Miss Divine's flower garden is full of butterflies Bree and I adore. We never catch butterflies because they are fragile. That's a fancy word for saying they get hurt easily. Many people don't think butterflies are insects because they are so pretty, but guess what? They are insects. All butterflies start from an egg that turns into a caterpillar. The caterpillar spins a cocoon around itself. The scientific name is a chrysalis. I think that word is so beautiful and fancy. And when the chrysalis breaks open, voila, there's a butterfly. When butterflies land on something, their wings stay up. You see butterflies during the day, they have colorful wings, or is it a moth? When a moth lands, its wings stay flat. You see moths much more at night. They like to fly near lights. A lot of moths have plain brown wings, and some moths are very colorful. I went to a butterfly farm once with my grandparents. If you go to one, here's what you should wear. A hat sprayed with a little perfume to attract butterflies. Brightly colored clothes so the butterfly thinks you're a giant flower. Part of Miss DeVille's garden is for wildflowers. Wildflowers grow all by themselves without any help from people. You don't have to buy seeds or anything. Lots of wildflowers have such fancy names. Oh no, look what Freddie and my sister did. They picked some flowers without asking. That is strictly against club rules. Miss Devine is not mad, but we are. Neither of them can be in the club. They are not mature enough. My mom takes my sister home and Freddie home. We go to Bree's house, and after lunch we will check the bird feeder in her backyard. Maybe some birds are having their lunch. Birds are the only animals with feathers. That's a fancy word for feathers is plume. They also have light, hollow bones. One of the reasons we can't fly is because our bones are too heavy and we don't have wings. Today we see a robin and lots of sparrows. It starts to drizzle, so we go back to our clubhouse. We pretend not to see Freddie and my sister. We read about hummingbirds and learn many facts that are fascinating. That's even fancier than interesting. So far, we have only seen hummingbirds at the zoo, but they are still our favorite birds. Why? They are so petite. That's French for little. And their wings are iridescent. That's fancy word for shiny. How petite is a hummingbird? Without feathers, most are the size of a bumblebee. They can't take a bath in a leaf. A nest is the size of a walnut shell, and their eggs are smaller than jelly beans. They flap their wings up to 200 times a second. They don't hum. All hummingbird sound come from their wings beating so fast. The rain seems to be stopping, but we are wearing our raincoats anyway because we look so chic. That is French and fancy for fashionable. Goody, the storm last night has knocked off leaves for us to collect. I am practically a leaf expert. Trees whose leaves fall off are called delicious. I love that fancy word almost as much as chrysalis. All leaves here come from trees in our backyard. Ginkgo leaves look like fans. Miss Devine makes tea from the fruit. Trees with leaves that don't fall off are called evergreens. Evergreen, get it? The leaves look like needles. Christmas trees are evergreens. Don't you love the wonderful aroma? Bree and I hear Freddie and my sister calling us. They found something exciting. Wow, they have found a baby robin. It has fallen from its nest. We see the nest. The mother robin must be frantic. That's fancy for very, very worried. We call my mom, and she knows just what to do. She puts the baby back in the nest. Now it is safe. My mother explains that some animals won't care for their babies after a person has touched it. But birds aren't like that. My sister and Freddie jump up and down. Please, please, can't we join the club now? Even though they broke some club rules, they did find the baby robin, which is the most exciting thing we observed. So Bree and I take a vote. It is unanimous. We both vote yes. We make official cards for the new members just like us. They are now explorer extraordinaires.